Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Down the Rat Hole, a podcast where we deep dive into some crazy stories on the internet. My name is Reid, and today co-hosting with me, I have my friend Andrew.
Hello.
Hello.
That's me.
So today we'll be reading a few stories that I have found, and the theme is going to be 4th of July. I don't think I have any crazy stories personally,
I
but
don't.
a lot of people on the internet do, and that's what matters. So we're going to jump right into it with our first story from r/Am I the Asshole? Yes. Okay. Am I the Asshole wore an offensive shirt and ruined 4th of July weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Some of these are really poorly written, and if I think it's funny, I'm just going to read it how it's written, but I will try to, I don't know, filter it so it sounds like English.
Yeah.
Okay. I, 20 female, live a few hours away from my parents and decided to visit for 4th of July. My mother is a terrible person. She's a narcissist, mega religious, pro-life, anti-vax, etc. You get the
Oh.
picture. I didn't read this far. Okay, she's abused me in different ways my whole life, but after I moved out and got married, she's tried to be friends and acting like none of the trauma ever happened. My dad is also conservative, but he's a nice person and cares about other people, unlike my mother, who is known as the town Karen.
Oh, God.
Okay. That sounds like my mom, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it. I wore a shirt to their house that said, "I'm not gay, but my asshole is," on the back.
Well.
I found it at Goodwill and thought it was funny. Plus, it's the most comfortable shirt I've ever owned. What a Goodwill find.
That is the best
The heat
I've
is
ever
at
heard
Goodwill,
of. Always,
and that's what it is.
consistently.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine this person being like, "Today I'm going to my parents' house.
Oh,
What
yeah,
should I
hey."
wear?"
To open the closet up is just next to the fucking, I don't know.
The fursuit.
The fursuits on the closet. I'm gonna wear the asshole shirt to the 4th of
Ooh,
July.
I'm gonna wear the gay asshole shirt
Yeah.
to the 4th of July. But the way they're talking about it is like it's not about what it says. It's like it's just really comfy. It's like really comfortable.
That's
like,
fair.
Okay.
Buy more from that brand.
My parents saw it and my dad was laughing it off. He was obviously a little uncomfortable, but he offered me one of his shirts to wear instead. I was a little peeved, but I put on the shirt and joked, "What happened to freedom of speech?" My dad laughed and said the shirt was a little shocking to his generation. Okay, whatever, Dad, but I get it. My mom, on the other hand, was livid. She started yelling at me about how America's gone to shit ever since gay marriage was legalized.
Oh my god.
And she said I was disgusting
say
for wearing
that.
a shirt like that, and that gay people are disgusting, and that changed into an anti-abortion conversation.
Huh.
How are we segueing into this? This is this is our first impression on people. This
You don't. I don't think you do. So clearly this person is older, of age, smart enough to know.
of age.
It just kind of wanted to fight, I think. Really?
My biggest pet peeve is when an older person is like this, and
Yeah.
someone's like, "They're from a different time. You just have to accept it." I'm like, they have been here the whole time.
They've been here.
They've seen all of these things change, so they know what's appropriate more
I
than
thought they were
other
supposed
people
to be
should
more
know.
wise. Like a wise old wizard creeping out of an old tower.
And then he just calls you a slur.
Oh, Jeremy! I've seen you the first time you
his new apprentice is wearing. I'm not gay, but my asshole is. It's like you need to get some new robes, son. That's not gonna work.
I better not see you casting fireball in that motherfucking filth.
Okay. I didn't want to stoop to her level and grab my keys off the table and left their house after only being there for maybe an hour. Once I got home, I blocked my mom on everything, but now that the anger has passed, I feel like I was being an asshole and shouldn't have worn the stupid shirt because I knew it was going to cause trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. There's 2 edits. So, edit 1. Thank you to everyone who commented. I do see that I was the asshole. Do I regret it? No. I would like to add...
business.
I would like to add that I didn't drive all this way just to be mean to her. I was in town for a few days on an unrelated matter, but I did visit them a couple times prior to this, and my mom was passive aggressive to me the entire time and saying things that made me uncomfortable. You can only be so civil. I didn't think it mattered to the story before I read the comments. Will this change anyone's opinions? No, probably not, but I thought I'd mention it anyways. I think this is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I think it pissed people off. I'm not that
I love
brave
doing shit like
because
that.
I don't like conflict, but I think it's really funny.
It's one of those things you're going to think about. That's something I would want to do, but I don't think it's something I would ever actually go forward with.
If I was brave enough, I would do it.
Every day I would think about it, especially after.
Yeah, and they also clarified, it wasn't a family gathering with other people, it was only myself, my parents, and my younger brother, and also the shirt being crude wasn't an issue. It was because it said gay. I had worn a shirt that said, I love anal, or something similar. Wait, okay, I thought they said that they did in the past. Okay, if I had. I was like, okay, so this is a track record. Just...
ass-related t-shirts.
If I had worn a shirt that said I love anal or something similar, no fight would have ever occurred. Also, for the context, for the most of Pride Month, my mother's been sending me gross homophobic messages saying gays aren't natural, they are pedophiles.
That's not okay.
I didn't respond to these messages, and the shirt was my response. My intention was that I'd never see her again and visit anyways. Also, thank you to all the jerks who sent me not cool things. I mean, that's what the internet is.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is your verdict? Asshole, not the asshole? Everyone sucks here, I think.
That's definitely a weird situation overall. I think overall you could have avoided the conflict as a whole.
Yeah.
However, if you wanted to use that as an excuse to just cut someone off, I think that's a great time to wear that shirt. If I was gonna go up to someone and say "fuck you," I'm done. I'm probably wear something like that just to actively piss them off.
Yeah, I think everyone deals with stuff in different ways, and obviously this person has had a traumatic childhood with this person, and if you want to make it a little silly, then go for it. Like,
yeah, fuck it.
Reddit says everyone sucks here, and a lot of the comments are being like, what you did was disgusting, you were just asking for drama, and I think it's fucking hilarious. I think not the asshole, and the person who needs the most help here is the father, because he's obviously just like, he needs out. He seems like a nice enough person.
Gotta get out of
At least he was just like, hey, can you change it to something else, and also kind of laughed about it. He wasn't like...
You can't take it out. You also just need to just chill out. Like, if someone's wearing something, just fuck off. Let him live.
Yeah, I don't know how old the little brother was, but I don't...
Even then.
I think not the asshole, and I think keep doing it. Keep
Not
going.
the asshole. I agree.
Okay, we can go to our next story.
Woo!
Okay. Next story. Am I the asshole for hanging up a Union Jack on 4th of July? And this is r/am I the asshole. A lot of these are coming from there. Sometimes they come from r/ATAIH or whatever. That's just like a... It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. And then sometimes they come from r/ am I the devil, but I'm not gonna tell you because then you're gonna know that person is a fucking asshole from the beginning. Am I the asshole for hanging up a Union Jack on the 4th of July? I don't even know what that is. Give me a second.
You know what? I'm gonna refresh my memory. I've definitely heard
I
of
think
it,
I know.
but...
I don't even have...
dude, yeah, like...
What does it look like?
Dude, now I just feel like... I feel like an asshole now.
Am I the asshole for having a U.S. public education? I didn't know that it was called that. I was just like, them Brits and their flag.
All I know is as long as it just got some stars and stripes on it, that's all that I need.
Yep. Okay, so this is posted late since I was hoping it would blow over, but it hasn't yet. On the 3rd of July, our office decorates for the 4th of July festivities. However, I am British, and I moved to Texas 4 years ago. That is the biggest culture shock I think you could have.
That's gotta be that's up there.
It's like anywhere else could have been better for you.
It's complete polar opposites.
That would be terrifying. Before this year, I'd never decorated my desk area, and I haven't celebrated 4th of July in any capacity. However, since I've been at this job for 4 years now, I thought I'd get involved and try to bring a bit of British humor to the situation. So on the 3rd of July, I came into work with a Union Jack and hung it up on the wall behind me. I work in the quarter. I placed a poster I made, which was of the British Empire at its height to my left. I decorated the front of my desk with cutouts of things such as a picture of the White House burning down in 1812.
Okay.
Winston Churchill, a giant NHS sticker, crumpets, tea, picture of the 13 colonies, and the Queen firing a gun.
So... I will take stories that didn't actually happen for 300.
That is common, but we're just gonna assume this man is telling the truth.
Yeah, let's you know, you spent 30 years, you know, you grew up in Britain, wherever. I'm not from there. I don't know how life is there.
Better.
But you grow up, it's just this dingy place, you know.
It's dingy. You're living in the slums.
You move over. You take the jump. You take the plunge. You go to Texas. Your entire life, you've been told that America is number one. It's the best place on earth. And then
I want to know where in
you
Texas.
move to Texas. Because you hear it's the most American place in America, so obviously it's going to be the best, most free, most warm,
most free.
And then you're just stuck there, and then you
at
hate
some
it.
office job.
That's a good way to get out. I mean, you get killed on the spot, I think.
I think this is hilarious. It depends on where in Texas. I've been to Texas. Don't recommend it. Not for me, at least. I've been to Texas, but I've only been to, like, San Antonio and Dallas. And those are much nicer places than the rest of Texas. Like, the bigger cities are much nicer, obviously. So,
anywhere, though.
It just kind of depends how fucking crazy the people are.
I say he's dead. I don't think it's an asshole, not the asshole question here.
I think this is... I just realized we've had 2 stories of people just trying to make people mad.
Yeah.
The crumpets and the tea is what gets me. Like, the cutouts. Okay. I did this as a joke. Well, I did this as I thought it'd be funny, a funny little joke. And a way for me to join in with the office crew, of which there are 8 of us, because in previous years people have noticed my lack of participation and commented on it. One woman last year told me that either have fun or get out of the way. What the fuck? Okay, that's a little aggressive. However, 2 people in the office reported me to HR for being unpatriotic and anti-American. I think you were right. I think you were right.
Yeah,
These
he's dead.
people are mad. And one woman told them that I was disrespectful. HR came to me on Friday and told me that I had to take my items down, and when I was asked why no one else had to take theirs down, they told me that I just had to, because putting them up was a dick move anyways, and not in the spirit of the holiday. I can't imagine, like, I hope that's not what they said, but, like, your HR is just like, you're being a dick, stop it.
Stop!
Stop! You're making everyone upset with your
like that.
being from another country.
I mean, that is kind of
America.
yeah.
However, some people keep American flags up all year round at their desks, so I don't see why I can't have mine for a few days. So am I the asshole? I would say no, but also, this was 5 years ago. This man may not be alive.
I don't think he's alive anymore. Realistically, though, I mean, it would depend on the office space, I guess.
Yeah. It sounds like they're not very close.
Yeah, if they were close, this could have been funny.
But someone telling you to
seemingly
celebrate 4th of July or get out of the way.
Yeah, that's... I think you could have just not in the first place. It's not necessarily like a dick move, but that's...
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird.
Also, the picture of the White House burning down. That's what everyone's saying. It's like, that one was the one that was, like, a bit far.
That's why I was like, that's not real. No one would actually do that, right?
But also...
But then I got to thinking about it.
I can't relate to being offended by things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that are very patriotic. They love this country. They would lay their life down and anything that's slightly disrespectful.
I respect it.
They're just like, get the fuck out of here. But I can't relate.
Yeah.
So I think not the asshole. Reddit says not the asshole, so...
Not the asshole.
Reddit is the ruler in all of this. They're right no matter what. Okay. Am I the asshole for letting my daughter go to her sister's 4th of July party? I love when they are... The titles are misleading.
Oh, God.
They're always misleading. Okay. I have 2 daughters, Anna, 18, and Beth, 16. Not Beth. Anna has always been... Annabeth. Anna has always been the pretty and popular type, and it's been a struggle to keep her grounded, as my mother-in-law is the most classist, obnoxious woman I've ever met, followed closely by the rest of my husband's family. And she's gone out of her way to try to spoil my girls. Okay. I thought we had done a good job with teaching them to be kind people when a few days after Anna's junior prom, I found out she had taken part of a particular cruel prank involving a poor girl who she deemed less than. Of course I grounded her, took away her electronics and her fancy clothes. I donated them and bought her some from a thrift store so she can know what it feels like to only have cheap, ill-fitting clothes. I banned her from seeing her boyfriend, as well as the ringleader of the little prank. Of the prank, and made her spend her weekends volunteering at the homeless shelter.
Good.
I think this is deserved, honestly.
You can't
humble
be like that.
This child.
So far, absolute not the asshole.
So if you're a junior, you're like 16 or 17, so...
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
Mother-in-law was insistent that we were blowing things out of proportion, so I ended her access to my girls. That's such a weird way to put it. A week after school ended, she turned 18, and that's when I found out mother-in-law has been picking her up from the shelter minutes after I dropped her off to take her shopping and out to nice restaurants. Okay, she even got a nicer phone than she had. Her friends have been bringing her clothes to change into before school every day. Anna moved into mother-in-law's house that day and had 2 birthday parties after I told her she wasn't having any. Beth and her were always close, so I was furious at her for how she helped Anna get out of being punished. Instead of seeing what her and Anna did was wrong, she has spent the whole summer fighting me over wanting to spend time at mother-in-law's house. She is still mad that I didn't let her go to Anna's birthday party or any of the other pool parties she's had since then. Womp womp, get over it.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's
There's
just
another
disgusting.
party tonight. The second one, I've had to tell her no in 4 days, and she's been having a fit all day about not going. I told her we're going to have one of our regular 4th of July parties at home, hot dogs, sparklers, etc., but she can keep staying at mother-in-law's, and Anna's party is better, which is so ungrateful. My husband has been on my side, but he is starting to crack, which is concerning. I know it's because he's been talking to his sisters, who aren't much better than their mom. They keep telling him if we keep this up, we're going to lose Beth and my mother-in-law too, that Anna's victim isn't worth losing Anna for. Oh, I guess that's the girl that she was bullying. And keep asking him what color she wants her bedroom painted. This is poorly written. I'm so sorry.
Very.
It's not just me.
No.
It's partially me. So, am I the asshole for not letting Beth go there to spend time with mother-in-law and Anna? I don't want her influenced by them more than she already has been. I think it's too late. If she's 18 and she's doing this...
That's a little too far gone.
Yeah. Just accept that your child is
fucked up.
not a good person. And...
Make another one. Try again. That's all you can do.
Make another one. Don't let the mother-in-law see it this time.
Yeah, at that point, I think you need a new mother-in-law as well. You can actually order them off of Amazon for pretty cheap.
I thought that was Wayfair.
Oh, yeah.
I say not the asshole. I think...
Oh, not the
I would
asshole.
like more context on
Absolutely.
what they did to bully this other kid.
Yeah, you can't just tell me... Yeah, because bullying could be just, hey, I don't like you, you stink.
Hey, you're ugly.
Ugly. And it also could be, I just shot your dog and,
I don't think it's bullying. I
kissed
think
your
that's
boyfriend,
illegal.
and I think that
These
you
are
stinky.
16-year-old high school girls. And if there's anything, there's nothing meaner than that, honestly.
No.
There's nothing more ruthless than a teenage high school girl. Like, that's terrifying.
No.
So I'm assuming
They're
it was pretty
devious.
bad. Reddit says everyone sucks.
Yeah, overall.
Kind of. I still think that's appropriate punishment, but, like, I don't have kids, so I don't know.
I don't want kids for that
Yeah.
reason, so I don't have to deal with that.
I like having my dog because
That's the best purchase we've ever made.
purchase.
Absolutely. I mean, it wasn't a purchase, but, you know.
Best investment.
Considering how much we've put into it, I think that...
It's an investment, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said that's an extreme punishment. Okay, I think you're coming from a place of privilege if you say that.
Yeah. I mean, like, just a month away from everything is the most I would ever say is reasonable. Just because...
I feel like making her
At
volunteer at the homeless shelter, and also, like, maybe the clothes thing is a little bit extreme, but, like...
a little far, but not by much.
I also am just like, it is what it is. Like,
At least she had clothes.
yeah, making her feel like the person that she was bullying is, I think, appropriate.
I agree.
Because it's obvious this child is very sheltered and takes everything they have for granted.
Absolutely.
Fuck them kids. Anyways,
Fuck
next
them
story.
kids.
This one is from r/AITAH. Am I the asshole?
It's just another way of spelling it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a different one.
Is it the whole? Is that what's important this time?
Maybe. I'm not gay, but my asshole is. I'm gonna have to find that shirt now. Am I the asshole for not inviting my brother to our 4th of July barbecue because my parents say he might cause drama? I don't know. This one doesn't have a verdict on it. I don't know if...
Ooh, so
I think
we get to make the
r/
verdicts.
Am I the asshole does. but I don't think this subreddit does that. So I, 34 female, have always been followed by. I have always followed my parents in their 60s advice on family matters because they know best. My brother, Jake, 28 male, and I used to be close, but over the past few years, he's become more distant. My parents keep saying it's because he's always so dramatic and he doesn't fit in with our traditional values. I think I know where this is going.
I have a feeling.
I have a feeling.
I'll hold judgment.
Recently, Jake has been bringing his friend. I'm saying it like that. There's nothing indicating it. I'm just saying it like that. Friend.
We'll see.
Tom, to family gatherings, and my parents insist this causes unnecessary tension. They claim that his presence disrupts the family harmony and makes everyone uncomfortable. Unless they're wearing the fucking shirt.
The shirt.
I'm not gay, but my asshole is. But I don't know why we're uncomfortable.
That's the only thing that's going to make you uncomfortable.
Okay. On Memorial Day, Jake kept using the bathroom a lot, leaving Tom alone. Bro, Jake got IBS for real. I feel you, Jake. Leaving Tom alone. Tom ended up spending most of the time talking to my 5-year-old daughter, Emma, which made her feel uncomfortable. What conversations are you having with a 5-year-old is also my question.
Yeah, it's usually just...
What's up, buddy?
You like cheeses? I like cheeses.
I'm very protective of Emma and always want to ensure that she's feeling safe and happy. I mean, it's also normal for, like, a kid to be, like, stranger.
Yeah. I mean, I do that now.
Yeah. Before our family barbecues, we always have a discussion about the Bible, which is important to us. However, Jake always seems to go missing during this time, and Tom usually rolls his eyes whenever the Bible is mentioned. This has caused some awkwardness and tension among the family. My husband, Mark, 36 male, who believes in family-oriented, thinks we should invite Jake and Tom, saying that the family is family no matter what. However, my parents are adamant that Jake shouldn't come to the 4th of July barbecue because they're worried that it'll be a repeat of the Memorial Day situation. I ended up not inviting Jake, and now he's hurt and angry. Mark says that I should have stood up to my parents and invited him. Anyways, I feel torn because I've always trusted my parents' judgment, but Mark's words are making me rethink everything. Am I the asshole for not inviting my brother and his friend because my parents told me not to?
I think in this case, yeah, kinda was dick move.
The vibes I'm getting is that they're not friends and this person is too afraid of God or something to say that they're in a relationship. That's the vibe that I get.
That's what I'm getting as well, and that's okay.
If it is just some random dude, that does change things a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I mean...
But I don't know, I don't feel like you just bring your friend to a family gathering.
That's what I'm saying. You don't.
Yeah.
When was the last time you came to a family barbecue?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I didn't get invited.
Exactly.
I've been waiting.
Okay, well... maybe next time. But,
maybe next time. 4th of July hasn't happened.
My wife is there, typically.
That's your friend.
That is my friend. You get your plus.
This is my friend Natalie.
And it's the person I am married to.
Okay.
And I think that's the situation that's going on there. But for some reason, they aren't coming out to their parents. But the son's 28.
Yeah, is that what that
and they're
said?
Still going through this. I think at this point, it's kind of just to grow up and cut
yeah, it's
off
like you're just gonna have
people. And at this
Yeah.
point, pick out, do you really, do you want to keep this relationship going with your parents? Or do you want to keep it going with your brother?
I also think another important context is how uncomfortable were they making the kid, but in my head, I think it's just the stigma that straight people have that gay men are like predators, and he was probably not being inappropriate, and they were just like, that's weird, what the fuck. That's what I get from that, but this is all just assumptions.
Yeah, we weren't there. They could have been that like that. It could have been just talking to a kid.
The top comment says, let me rewrite this to a more honest version of what you're actually saying here. My family and I judge everyone who doesn't fit into our traditional values. This includes gay people because we are raging homophobes. My brother is gay, and my parents have brainwashed me to believe this is wrong. All gay people are evil and pedophiles. That's what I just said. And I believe them because I had no independent thought outside of what my parents tell me to think. My brother brought his boyfriend over for a barbecue, and when we tried to shove the Bible and our backwards beliefs down their throats, they didn't like it. I don't want to invite them anymore because mommy and daddy told me it's bad. Now my husband is telling me that me and my family are horrible people, and he's right, but I'm so deep in denial about how crappy my parents are that I refuse to believe them.
That hit the nail right on the head.
Single one.
Absolutely perfectly, and I hope that this opens that guy's eyes, girl's eyes, whatever.
Yeah.
That's rough.
That is a little insane.
That was a mic drop moment.
Yeah. Okay. So this one, coming from r/Emma the asshole from a year ago, except it is a throwaway account. Throwaway 7 bunch of numbers. I'm not gonna expose this person, but it got removed. It says archived, locked, removed, and then contest mode. I don't know why, but I was like, this seems really interesting. I scroll down. One of the mods just posted it in the comments.
You know what? I appreciate it, moderator.
Thanks, mods.
This is why we pay you $3.87 an hour.
God. So, am I the asshole for telling everyone at the family reunion about my wife's miscarriage?
Maybe? I mean, just going off the title alone, I'm gonna hit him with the maybe.
I didn't read any of this. I saw the title and I was just like, save.
I'm very interested. This could go either way. But I think it's gonna be yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I, 28 male, am at a family gathering for 4th of July, the best holiday. Starting off strong.
I disagree wholeheartedly. Halloween is the best holiday.
It is. I think so.
Me. That is just the truth. So
it is the truth. Best holiday. Needs to be federally recognized. I went off work for
I do
Halloween.
not know why I have to work on Halloween.
Yeah.
Criminal.
It is so criminal. I hate it. I want to be spooky and hungover. Let me live.
I want to be boozy boo.
I am being a wizard for Halloween this time.
I haven't actually thought it, but...
Did you guys dress up last year? I think I didn't.
I didn't, but I had a Snorlax onesie.
Oh, yeah. Because
and I just was like,
we really wanted to, but, like, I was broke. And we went and looked at costumes, and they were so expensive. But now I'm just like, now I know in advance. I don't care if I'm the only one dressed up so much. I will be pondering my orb all night.
God. I really want to, like, commission, like, a professional cosplay builder.
Yeah, that's kind of
what I would want to do, but, like...
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'll probably end up doing a lot of it myself.
Yeah.
Because...
I have a 3D printer, I just haven't used it.
I kind of forget that I can just, like, make things sometimes, because when I was making the logo for this, I was like, I don't want to commission someone. Oh, wait, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, wait, I just could do that. Never mind. Okay. Let's continue. The 4th of July is the best holiday, according to this person. Every year since I was little, my family and I go to the cabin about a week before leading up to the holiday.
The
It's a
cabin.
huge family gathering. I'm talking extended in-laws, cousins, all of it. Okay, so you got a lot of money, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
My bank account's not set up like that, but maybe one day. This is the first time my wife, 20F, has been introduced to my extended family. This first day slash night was going to be fine, and she was getting along with everyone super well. Tonight, my sister, 32 female, decided to announce her pregnancy. This was a surprise to all of us. This week, this week is about our country, not about personal affairs.
Yeah.
I hope this is rage bait so badly.
I think it is. We'll see.
I
We'll see.
I hope so badly. So, besides it being poorly timed, I also found it disrespectful in a general sense. My family has always stolen the spotlight from me. My parents have always compared me to her. I really hope it's rage bait, but I also know there are people that exist like this.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
just like, it could be real.
It could. I'm gonna kind of take that with a grain of salt, though.
Yeah. When I decided to challenge myself and go to college, that sentence is really funny to me. I don't know why.
I challenged myself. I went to school.
I challenge myself to read. I do that every day.
Yeah, me too.
The dyslexia hitting hard. Okay. I soon realized it wasn't for me. My parents had already paid for it, which I was grateful for, but they were really mad with my choice to drop out. It was, your sister commits to her goals, and your sisters wouldn't have had us waste our money like you did.
Well, so far,
Damn.
it's like that's
So far-
exactly what's happened.
OP hates the sister.
Yeah.
My sister just gets handed things. She got married before me, even though I'm the man of the household. She has a better paying job. And she has always been seen as the gifted kid.
There's some
Middle child
deep-seated-
syndrome.
Just be middle child. Yeah. God.
When she announced her pregnancy at the family dinner, I lost it. I then made my own announcement that my wife and I should, in fact, be pregnant instead.
Yeah, my fucking's doing pretty
I
good.
told the family that our sex
I
life
actually
is
put a baby
great,
in her,
and
but
we
she had a skill
actually
issue,
have conceived.
and
My wife
whoops.
just miscarried.
It should have been me.
Girl needs to run.
That poor man. That poor wife. Sorry.
We're raw dogging
dude's
every
fine. Dude-
night, but her body just couldn't support life. So this should be me, not her, because I'm mad that I can't read and she can.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've lost my place. That was just fucking insane. We should have been the one to
Oh,
have,
yep.
to be having a
Dude,
kid.
that's
not her.
fucked.
I should at least have this one thing instead of my sister always being the golden child.
Yeah.
My wife looked embarrassed after dinner.
Yeah,
My
that's one of
sister
those you
pulled me
read it,
aside
you
and
know
scolded
anyway,
me,
so-
as always, saying that I shouldn't share my wife's personal information without her consent, and that I should be happy that she's pregnant. My wife and the rest of the family have also been giving me the cold shoulder, so am I the asshole? My son is getting married. My son has announced that he's getting married on July 4th, and my daughter is disappointed that she wasn't asked to be a bridesmaid. This is coming from r/true off my chest. My son came over to visit me. My wife and my daughter announced that he and his boyfriend are getting married. Everyone in our family is happy for them. My son says they don't want to deal with the stress of a big wedding. Fair.
Oh, yeah. It's a way to do it.
Yeah, they had decided to just go to the city hall for a marriage license and have a civil ceremony. He says myself, my wife, and my daughter and his boyfriend's father are invited to go with them, along with the friend who introduced them. After City Hall, they will take us for a lunch nearby. He says that they do not want a reception later on or any other wedding events, and they are not looking to spend money beyond the wedding bands. City Hall fees and lunch. That is completely fair. Shit's
Yeah,
expensive.
I That sounds awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
you can spend that on a honeymoon or
They
a
aren't even
house or a
having an
farm.
engagement first. My son says they just want to get married without fuss. We all respect that, and no one wants to push them for a bigger and more expensive wedding than what they want. However, there are two things. My daughter, my son's older sister, is disappointed that she wasn't asked to be a bridesmaid. There aren't bridesmaids.
Yeah, you can't.
Why are we mad?
You, you can't get. You can't be a bridesmaid if there are none.
Okay, my wife, my son's mother, is also disappointed that there will not be a mother and son dance. I know both of them have tried talking to my son, but he didn't want to hear it. I also tried talking about it with them, but he says they aren't looking to change anything. My wife has been able to temper her disappointment somewhat, but it's been hard for my daughter. She'd always thought that she would be a bridesmaid if her brother got married, and she's disappointed that she won't get that moment. I know she won't get to walk up the aisle or stand beside them because they're foregoing all of that. But even a suggestion that she get a bridesmaid dress and or a bouquet to carry the wedding bands has been shut down. My wife and I offered to pay for everyone to go to dinner instead of lunch, so it can be somewhere with dancing, and we could ask the establishment to let them have a mother-son dance. My son also vetoed this. Same with the suggestion of a photography session with my son, wife, daughter beforehand for my mother of the groom and bridesmaid photos. I mean,
The wedding. A wedding is about you
what they
and
want, yeah.
your spouse. Even
No,
remotely adjusting for someone else is already ruining
I just,
your
I
wedding
don't know. I've
for
not
you.
been to
So
a lot of weddings, but I think there's like a mother and son dance, like a normal thing.
I
Like I've
don't
heard of it, but I'm
know.
like I've never seen it happen.
I haven't been to one where anyone does anything like that, but still, even
Yeah.
then, you can't just want someone you can't want to do
What?
something at
Yeah.
someone else's event and expect it and
Everything
demand
they're
it.
wanting is like for their own benefit. They're not.
On the one day about
Yeah. It's like I
you know
understand that you're
yeah
disappointed that you didn't get to do all of that, but like throwing a fit about it is a little much because like at the end of the day that's up to them if they don't want that.
yeah completely.
His boyfriend's father's in the armed forces. He has a 3-day leave coming up according to my son, so they plan for him to arrive here in our village. Where are we living?
What we
Where
live in?
I
We live
know
in
there
the
are places
village.
that are technically villages in the US, but like
Yeah, yeah.
always just saying my village. Like,
I always
I also don't
just
know if this is in the
imagine the
US at
like
all.
straw building with the like rounded peak
I think that's
roof.
a normal uh word for like a town in other countries. I just always think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. For him to arrive here in our village on July 3rd in the afternoon, the wedding being the following day on July 4th, and him leaving on the morning of July 5th. Okay. My son says if the date for the leave changes, he will let us know, but right now everything is scheduled for July 4th. I know it's my son's day, but as the date approaches, my daughter and my wife remain disappointed. I hate seeing them disappointed like this. I wish I could talk to my son, but he isn't interested. I don't like the family being at odds like this. I am happy for my son, but that's what I want to get off my chest. My son is 29, and his boyfriend and him have been together for 3 years, if that makes any difference. It doesn't.
Doesn't.
Um, yeah, everyone is just saying, like, it's your son's wedding. Why do you care so
Yeah.
much?
It's all about whoever's getting married. I mean,
Yeah,
that's their one day. You can just not go. I mean,
yeah.
that
I
sucks,
mean,
but
it's
that's
not
one of
even
those
a
things where
wedding. It's a
yeah, that's the point.
we go get lunch after. This comment says your son is 29, which means your daughter is over 30. She needs to put her big girl pants on and suck it up because this isn't about her. True.
Yeah.
There are other weddings you can go to. That's insane. Like, leave them alone. They don't even seem like they're being upset. They're just being like, I don't want this. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know
I
what
think
their
that was
problem is.
our last story.
Oh.
Um, like I said before, I don't have any crazy shit that's went down on 4th of July.
Yeah. And I'm
Thankfully.
grateful for it.
It's like, ooh, the fireworks. That's about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, more than anything, the most was just we would see the crackheads of the family there.
Oh
We
God.
just avoided them.
What's your favorite 4th of July activity?
Probably because we don't. I don't ever do anything for it.
Yeah, me either.
But I'll go out. Natalie and I. Natalie's my wife. We will take sparklers and just stand outside and just
That's what I do, and I
we go through
always think,
one box a year. And
yeah, I
that's
always think
it.
it's a great idea because it seems so fun. And then I hold the sparkler in my hand, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to set up in flames. I'm going to die. Well, it's fine when it first starts, and then I just watch it slowly get towards my hand. I'm like, and it's never changed. It's always been this way. I've never been burnt by a sparkler. Never been close to being burnt by a sparkler.
I just pretend it's a lightsaber and that I am powerful.
Yeah,
And
and
everyone needs to get out
I'm
of the
just
way.
terrified of it. I love bottle rockets, but we
I've never
also
shot one.
they're really fun. But I also used to live in the middle of nowhere where it doesn't really bother people. Um,
Yeah,
I
that
live in
helps.
like a suburb area kind of now, and I feel like it wouldn't be
Yeah, I don't think you
appreciated.
can get away with it now. I could kind of get away with it, but there's still like limits.
Yeah.
Do you remember the thing? They're tiny. They have the little stem. You would throw it on the
Oh,
ground and they would pop, and that's all they did.
have you
You would
ever
just have a
seen someone
mess.
put it under a toilet seat so when you sit down it goes off?
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying. I think my favorite part of 4th of July is giving my dog his anxiety medication and putting on his little thunder jacket and being like, it's gonna be
It's gonna
okay.
be
You're gonna
okay,
survive
boy.
this.
Yeah, camper doesn't like it, but again,
Yeah.
we don't get too many like
Yeah,
in the
you guys live a
neighborhood,
little further
thankfully.
out. Kirby is petrified. This poor man. He just can't take it. Well, thank you for listening and or watching this far. And if you have anything that you want to submit personally, you can go to our Instagram at Down the Rat Hole Pod, and we'd be really happy to read that. So, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.